Hey guys, welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be going over the top 3 controversial topics that should be facts. Meaning that they shouldn't be controversial, that should just straight up be wrong and be taken off the market or taken off care videos and whatnot. There are some portions of this is going to be my personal opinion, but some parts of this is going to be straight up fact, and that's why I have this list. If you would like me to go over each subject individually, more in depth of a video, please let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what other videos y'all would like to see in the future. So let's get on with today's video. So first controversial topic is sand. So this is not including wetfoot geckos. They are the only exception to the sand. They literally live on like deserts in Africa, like the sand dunes and stuff. So that's my only one on here, only reptile pretty much in the hobby that actually requires sand. I'm sure there's a few others, but definitely not leopard definitely not leopard geckos, and definitely not bearded dragons. So you don't want to use play sand because that's still sand. Desert sand, which is play sand, just marketed something different and has the price up, and natural calcium sand. So the point of sand is to not have your reptiles eat it. However, this sand has calcium in it, which entices your reptile or your exotic pet to then eat it if it's calcium deficient. Warning, these next few pictures are graphic, so if you are squeamish anyway, I will put up a timestamp. However, only one of these is graphic. So if you just want to cover it up with your hand and look at the other photos, that would be greatly appreciated because this is what happens. So the 2 most common animals to get sand impaction are leopard geckos and bearded dragons, because they are thought to come from deserts. They do come from hot areas, however there is no loose sand in their environment. In fact, they actually have dirt, not sand. So the top left is sadly a leopard gecko that has had eaten so much sand from hunting down insects that it's literally done that. And the best thing that we can get to leopard gecko digestive fluids is water. So if you mix water and sand, it all kind of clumps together and it's like cornstarch and water. It's hard when you touch it, but then soft once you relieve pressure, and it's always having pressure in the intestines, so it can't go through. However, there are ways to cure impaction. I can make a video on that. However, I don't have any leopard geckos or really anything I could demonstrate that on. However, I can. Never mind. I'm getting off topic. But if y'all would like to see how to get rid of that in another video, let me know in the comments. So, middle left we have a bearded dragon. That's an X-ray of its intestines, and it is blocked up completely with sand. That's all that white stuff. Here's a bearded dragon that got very lucky, and its owner realized it was doing a mistake, so it is passed, and with the correct methods, it has passed all of the sand. And then in the bottom middle right-ish is a leopard gecko X-ray with full of sand. So next one is cohabitation. I am not talking about breeding or communal species for, say, garter snakes. And there are some that you can put together. Some people have success putting together female leopard geckos and female crested geckos. However, corn snakes, milk snakes, pretty much all colubrids. I don't know if garter snakes are in the colubrid family, but almost all colubrids can't really be housed together unless it's for mating. Bearded dragons definitely can't be housed together. There are so many pictures. I didn't have enough room to fit one in without making it look too super cramped. But as we can see in the top right, this bearded dragon, the larger bearded dragon, is about to try to eat this smaller designer bearded dragon. Bearded dragons are solitary animals, and you would not believe the amount of pictures where they have like lost their limbs and stuff from their tank mate eating them. It's really bad. Male leopard geckos cannot be housed together, and some females will fight. It depends on the personality and their temperament of that particular gecko. Ball pythons, like I said, king snakes, definitely cobras, a lot of pythons and boas cannot be housed together. And the bottom picture, it looks to be a ball python eating a ball python, but the ball python pushed through its skin. I don't know, it's really gruesome. And yeah, and then the top one we have two corn snakes together. I can tell they're not breeding because it could be a male and a female, because that little white one in the back is extremely small compared to that one, which if it wasn't male and not ready to breed, then the larger, more red one would definitely eat him. Don't put your corn snakes together unless you are breeding, and make sure that both of them are sexually mature before you breed. Okay. So then the last and final one is using sponges or gravel in water dishes. This is more towards the tarantula and like arachnid side, like with tarantulas, scorpions, and hermit crabs as well. So you can, if you like the look of gravel in it, but you don't want your tarantula to get harmed, you can put like epoxy or fill it up with silicone or even hot glue, really, so that no water will penetrate down there and cause mold and fungus, and as well as harmful bacteria, which is really the main reason. You get it in sponges mainly, and you also get like algae and everything, and also this harmful bacteria with gravel as well, unless you don't seal it in. So for sponges, we used to have hermit crabs. You buy them for like $5 in Galveston or something, and you put them in this little cage, little wired cage, and you give them a sea sponge and just fill it up with water, and that's what they drink out of. Yes, they will drink out of it. However, the sponge does grow harmful bacteria and algae that harms your crab. So that's why hermit crabs don't live very long and cannot be kept with sea sponges. They have lived on this earth a lot longer than we have, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, and they very well know not to go too far in the water dish and drown themselves. They're actually somewhat smart if they were to live on this earth and still be alive. And also another thing to point out, tarantulas don't know how to drink out of a sponge, so if you put sponges in your water dish, you're pretty much just like starving your tarantula of water. I don't know how you would say that with the correct terminology, but you're starving your tarantula of water. Remove the sponge, clean out the water dish, and give them fresh water. They will not drown. I promise you that they can swim. The only thing you might have fear with is a sling, but those are even more capable of swimming than the adults. So I give credit to Google for all the pictures that were in this slideshow. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.